Hey guys, it's Heather here, and before I even get into this video, I have got to say thank you so much for all your support and feedback you've been giving me this week. I can't believe how well we're doing, and it just makes me want to work that much harder. You guys are just amazing. All of the comments and likes and new subscribers, it's so great to have you here and be a part of us, and everybody who's sharing stuff. It makes me want to do everything I possibly can to be getting you guys more content, more videos each week, because you truly deserve it. And you guys have done so much to support this channel. And really, this channel belongs to you guys. It's not me that's making it happen, it's you. So you guys have been asking me a lot of questions in the comments and on Twitter with regards to the update, things that haven't been answered in other videos. So I want to put this video out before the update hits and give you my response to those questions. And while I'm doing that, in the background, I'm going to be showing some attacks that I've been doing on the developer build. And what I'm going to try and do with these attacks is highlight the changes that I see coming with this new update and what troops are going to be most affected and what kind of attacks are probably going to be most prevalent. Now, I know I'm not the best attacker, and I know that these bases are not the best bases either. I'm just using ones that are in the developer build, so they're not like anti-3-star bases. A lot of these bases had like the giant bombs on the outside, so I try to make some changes and put them inside, make things a little bit more realistic. And then I also didn't really want to look at the base. I kind of just wanted to do a mindless spam attack on a lot of these and see how that's going to work and address a lot of the questions that I've been given. For example, Town Hall 8 doing like, mass spammy hogs, Town Hall 9 doing a go-ho, focusing on the hogs, how are hogs going to be affected at Town Hall 8 and Town Hall 9. And then once we get to Town Hall 10 and 11, I'm just going to be doing pretty much spam attacks with really nothing else to go with them and seeing how the miners and the bowlers and the Valkyrie have been affected. So again, these aren't super sophisticated in any way, but maybe kind of giving an idea of how difficult it's going to be to 3-star for the average player using these kind of spammy attacks that we've been used to in the current meta. So while those are being played, I'm going to go through some of the questions that you guys have asked, and then I'll talk a little bit more about the attacks and what I'm seeing as part of the developer build. So the number one question that I have, like all over the place, is when is the update going to be released? When's it coming out? When's it going to roll out? How much longer are we going to wait? So let me give you some tips so you know when updates are going to happen, not just this time, but any time in the future. And this is just based on when updates have rolled out in the past. So yes, I do know when they want to release the update, but I am not allowed to disclose that information publicly. The only ones who are allowed to disclose that information publicly are the official channels for Clash of Clans. So if you want to know when the update is coming, you need to follow Clash of Clans on Twitter or Facebook, and that's where they're going to be posting the information for when the update is coming out. Now, they are never going to tell you in advance when the update is coming for multiple reasons. One being they don't have full control over it. This also depends on the app stores when everything gets approved before it can be rolled out, and things could get delayed there. So they could say, hey, an update's coming this day, and then there's a delay and it doesn't come till the next day, and everybody would be really upset, like what's going on. There also may be things that come up with their own development where they may need to delay things. So it's far better to just not say when the update is coming, other than it's going to come sometime after the sneak peeks are done, instead of giving an actual date, because there's a lot of factors that could come into play that would prevent the update from happening. But saying all that, just based on things in the past, you can kind of get a pretty good idea when updates are going to happen once all the sneak peeks have come out. Typically, it seems like there's going to be about a week of sneak peeks. We have seen extended sneak peeks in the past, and usually they'll say it's going to be an extended sneak peek period. If not, then there's probably going to be about a week of sneak peeks. And then once that happens, you won't find them releasing the update on the weekend. They're not working on the weekend, so they're not going to release an update on Saturday or Sunday. And then also, they're not going to release it towards the end of the week, especially on a Friday. They're not going to roll out with an update end of day on Friday for them and then have issues and have to come in and work on the weekend. So don't expect any kind of update to ever come out on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So I would think the most ideal days for an update is Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. And that way they would have plenty of time. If there's some issues and they have to do hot fixes, they have enough time to do that and people aren't left hanging over the weekend. So based on that, since they have said all the sneak peeks are done, we have now done their big event with the live stream happening this weekend. It now makes sense that sometime soon early on next week, we're going to have the update, just as long as everything goes smoothly and they're able to roll it out. So based on that, you should have a pretty good idea of when updates are going to happen in the future. Okay, the second most popular question is, will mass hogs be overpowered until people eventually level up their bomb tower? Am I able to make hogs work again? How is the Town Hall 8 going to defend against these hybrid hog attacks now? Because part of the go attack is going to be getting that bomb tower, and then the hogs are going to be able to survive all the giant bombs around the base. And then also with Town Hall 9, is Go-Ho just going to be completely overpowered, that you just take out the Archer Queen and then you can use hogs to spam the base? And from what I'm experiencing on the dev build, this seems to be true. Town Hall 8 was really easy to take out with just mass surgical hogs, no problem. I didn't have any kind of problem on a max Town Hall 9 base if I used a Go-Ho, using a small kill squad to take out the Archer Queen, and then just using hogs and heal to take down the rest of the base. Like I've said, these aren't the best designs, and I'm not the best attacker either, but we haven't had the great base builders in the game starting to build bases for this meta, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I'm trying really hard not to be pessimistic in any of these updates, because I think it's just too hard to say what things are really going to happen once the game is brought to the millions and how people start to adapt to it. The only time I've come out before an update and been super negative, at least super negative for me, was with the healers, and I said some stuff that I regretted just because I had such a knee-jerk reaction to them, and them nerfing it, I felt like it was such an attack on a part of the game that really wasn't the issue with the spam attacks. But now that the healer adjustment is in the game, I haven't noticed it being the huge impact that I thought it was. I still use Queen Walk. It's not as big a deal as I thought it was going to be, and so I want to reserve judgment on just how big of a deal this is going to be with the hogs at Town Hall 8 and Town Hall 9. That being said, the game is adjusting and moving towards Town Hall 10 and Town Hall 11 gameplay, and sometimes in balancing out those higher town halls, it means that the lower town halls become easier. So that might just be the case. All right, Eureka Havoc asked if I'd be willing to go into a troop training comparison chart from the current training system to the new system. Are there any situations when the composition would take longer? I did that as part of my sneak peek number 2 video, just a little bit, giving you some comparisons. I don't see me going and doing like a full comparison between all the different armies, because I just don't see the point of it. It's not like things are going to change. The only thing that I have a concern about right now with the troop training system is the boost cost. I don't think that's fair, and I voiced my concerns about it, but I don't know if that's going to change. I do know that it does feel like, as far as troop training goes, that things are going to be much quicker anyways, and a lot of times when I would boost, I don't need a boost anymore, so I just don't know that I'm going to boost, period. All right, so next question I was getting, are we going to get a surprise that we can now use our heroes in war while upgrading? And I don't think that's going to happen, guys. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. If it did happen, I'd be as surprised as you guys, and I would be super stoked about it. I am, however, really excited that they are changing, that when your heroes are upgrading and you're doing friendly challenges, your heroes are going to be able to defend just like they do in Clan Wars. So that's a much needed and appreciated change. The other thing that comes along with that is you can move around your decorations on your base as well, and not trigger that 24-hour cooldown for Town Halls 9 through 11 when you're doing friendly challenges. Also remember that cooldown, that 24-hour cooldown, is going to apply to friendly wars as well. All right, the next question is about friendly challenges, and if it's going to be possible ever to just be able to pick your army without having to actually build it, without having to dump your farming troops, and then do your friendly challenge. Basically, you get the troops for free, but then you attack and then they're gone, and that's it. But it gives you a true practice attack where you can build the army that you want, and then you could also change up your army really quickly and easily and attack the same base. Say like you attack it with ground, you're like, no, this is not going to work at all. You could completely change it to an air attack and attack the base right away while your clanmate is still on. And no, that is not the case. That is definitely something that I have requested and I think would be really important to have, but I don't think that's going to be a part of this next update. I also had a few questions about the bomb towers, where to put the bomb towers, how does the bomb tower work? The bomb tower is a pretty pretty low hit point defense, but when it's destroyed, there's a giant bomb underneath, and when the bomb tower goes down, the bomb tower bomb explodes and creates a small radius of damage to all the troops that are surrounding it. So this is supposed to help defend against those mass attacks like mass miner and mass hog attacks. I also have a video out that's called the Bomb Tower Bacon Maker, where I go into how to create these defensive setups so that you can use the bomb tower to create death zones areas that will kill all of the hogs once they take out the bomb tower. It's just a lot more difficult to do in this new meta than it was previously, and it's not very easy to hide where that's going to be since the bomb tower is a visible defensive structure. So where on the base should you put your bomb towers? It's definitely too early to say. I haven't played around with it a lot. I'm assuming that a lot of people, when they're doing like a go hold, they're probably going to go against the bomb tower and try and take out the bomb tower plus any bombs that are surrounding it. So it might be the case that you have your bomb tower as a decoy and use your bombs and the other parts of the base. It also seemed like the way the defensive meta was going anyways in the game, I was seeing a lot less of the double bomb areas and having the giant bombs set off in different areas of the base. And so if you have at a Town Hall 9, you have the bomb tower plus you have 4 other locations for giant bombs, that might make it difficult for an attacker to be able to heal through all of those areas. If you have 5 areas and they're only coming in with 3 heal spells because they're using a rage as part of their kill squad. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with this update and how it affects the defensive meta. I think it's just way too early to say anything about it. Right, next question, do you ever plan to evolve your channel into something bigger and do other videos than Clash and Clash Royale? So right now, I haven't been doing enough videos to really justify expanding into other areas. And I'm just never gonna do videos on games that I'm not excited about or don't feel some kind of passion about, or that I see that I could add some kind of value to by doing the videos. Yes, I do play other games from time to time, not to the extent that I play Clash of Clans or Clash Royale, but there's nothing that I really feel like I'd do a video on. Like I played Fallout Shelter, and I have a shelter with 200 dwellers in it that are all level 50, but I just don't see doing a video on that. I would much rather spend my time doing videos on Clash of Clans or Clash Royale. I do think if I ever do get to the point where I do a face reveal and I'm doing webcam stuff, there's probably a lot more types of videos that I would do at that point. Like I hate scary movies. I can't sit through a scary movie. Like I will sit there and close my eyes and look away, and I can't even watch the screen. So I couldn't even imagine me playing a scary video game. I never have before. So things like that, I'm like, I wonder how this would be if I did a video trying to play a horror game when I can't even watch a horror movie. So things like that would be fun, but I definitely need to get to the point where I'm giving you guys a lot more videos with Clash of Clans and Clash Royale before I ever think of it expanding further beyond that. All right, next question is about the defensive meta and base building. Am I going to help after the update? Yes, definitely. It's something that I'm really passionate about. It's something that I want to focus on. It's something that I want to hit right out of the gate and not wait for several months, like, because what tends to happen when an update hits is that we're just all offense and nobody really knows how to defend against it, and we're just talking about how OP everything is. And so there are 2 base builders that I talked to, Star Kitten, who's from Reddit Troopers, and also Joshy from PWC. Joshy's the one that helped me with that Thumper base. And these guys are just so smart. They know so much about the defensive meta of Clash of Clans. And so I'm definitely going to be talking to them a lot. And they have said that they're willing to help me with different base builds for you guys and have them showcased on the channel. Not just giving you bases, but like the Thumper one, going into detail about why things work and what you need to look out for so you can build your own bases too. So Joshy is a Town Hall 9 base builder, but he's also going to be helping with like 8.5 bases. And Star Kitten is a Town Hall 10, but he also has some input when it comes to Town Hall 11 as well. So I'm definitely going to be focused in that direction. And even just talking to them right now, just their initial feedback from the update, Star Kitten feels like everything's going to be changing for Town Hall 10 and 11, especially for Town Hall 11 because they have 25 new walls. And he just feels like the bomb tower is going to be the most effective way to stop these mass attacks. And you can see from the replays that I'm doing, I think he's right. I think it's going to be really effective. I was trying to attack a Town Hall 11 with miners and they got totally wiped out by the double giant bomb and the bomb tower. I even tried the same attack again using a double heal and it didn't matter. I had a few comments comments in my bacon maker video that people were surprised that the heal spell stacks. Yes, it does. You can double up a heal spell and get double healed. You can't do that with rages, you can't double up a jump spell, but the heal spell you can double up and have it double heal, and that's how hogs can heal out of a bomb tower double giant bomb scenario, but that didn't work too well for the miners. As far as Town Hall 9 defense goes, Josh is expecting to see people experimenting with Bomb Tower Islands, similar to how you've seen the Inferno Islands in Town Hall 10 and Town Hall 11, Infernos that are set in their own little space and walls with no other buildings around them. So we might see some of that happening at Town Hall 9. That might be a great way to defend against these mass hogs. We all just feel that the mass hogs are going to be OP. That giant bombs are going to be used more for the bowlers against Town Hall 10 and 11 and the miners. And we're going to focus a lot more on using the spring traps for the hogs, which is also what I've been seeing a lot more of lately, where it's really easy to be able to disable double giant bomb spots, but the spring traps really can't be avoided. Another popular question was, why didn't they do anything about engineered bases? And I saw this question a lot throughout, people even saying that the sneak peeks are dunce and there wasn't anything brought up about engineered bases, so I'm just quitting the game. But if you think about it, if they were to do anything to engineered bases, do you really think they would do a sneak peek on it? I mean, I know that there's been several times where I've done videos saying, hey, things are happening that are weird with the matchups. There's something in the water. Things aren't matching up the way they used to, but there was never an announcement about it. So I suspect when they do things with unbalanced bases, there's likely not going to be a whole lot said about it. Maybe it would be part of the release notes, but we're not going to do a sneak peek on that. That's not something that's going to get the community hyped up about the update, and I don't have any information on that. I don't know. It is something that I have expressed as being an issue. So of other people, I know that they're aware of it, and I don't think they agree with people engineering their bases to get unfair matchups, so we'll just have to wait and see what actually comes of that. All right, next question. Will there be any Halloween things in this update? Or are we going to have to wait for another update on this? Something like the cauldron or the skeleton trees, etc. I don't know about that. I'm assuming something's going to come out for Halloween. It always does, but I'm not sure when that's going to happen. If that's going to be starting to appear with this update, or if it's going to be an update that's closer to Halloween. Okay, next question. Can a receiving clan in a friendly war challenge put in more Town Hall 11s than the challenging clan and simply win like that? Yes, they can. Once you send that request, you've picked your teammates and you send it over to the other clan, they can pick whoever they want to match up against you. So if you're doing friendly wars, you need to make sure that you have some kind of outside communication with the other clan and that you've already agreed who's going to put in what, because once they pick their players, the war starts. You don't then get a request back to approve who they've picked. So there's some trust there, and there's going to have to be some communication outside the game as well. So this is definitely a part of the update that I see being aimed towards the war community. It's going to be aimed towards the streamers. It's going to be aimed towards people doing events, things like that. It's also going to be for the individual clan. As long as you have 10 players in your clan, you can split off and do a 5 versus 5 scrimmage against each other, which I think is really cool. I really like the idea of these friendly wars being used in my clans, especially for me. I can issue out saying, hey, I want to focus on war attacks. We're going to be running a friendly war between badgers and sharks at this town hall level. Everybody who can participate, go join. And then I have a bunch of replays to go through and be able to talk about different strategies and what works with what. So that's going to be really helpful to people like me, which means it's going to be really helpful to people like you. All right, next question. What's the purpose of adding friends? Friends is so when you have players in the game that you're friends with, but you may not be friends with in real life or on Facebook, you can add them as a friend in Clash of Clans just with their player tag. And that means you can then follow where they're at. You can see what clan they're in. You can see what updates they're doing. I know there's a lot of guys that I've played Clash of Clans with that aren't really active anymore that I'm like super curious about, like, oh, I wonder if they're still playing, but I have no idea. I don't know where they are. So the purpose of that is to be able to add friends without having to have some kind of outside connection. So you can kind of see where they're at. And if you ever wanted to go and see how they're doing, you could see what clan they're in and go join their clan and, you know, just tell them hi. So that's what the purpose is right now. I don't know what the purpose is going forward. There's definitely a lot of things that they can do with that. So this may be just the first piece of the pie. And finally, the last question, besides Friendly War, what are you looking forward to the most, both offense and defense? I'm really looking forward to seeing how the defensive meta is going to adapt to this new update and how well we're going to be able to defend on Town Hall 8 and Town Hall 9. So that's definitely one of the most exciting things. But then on offense, I'm really excited to see what kind of attacks are going to come out that are not going to be spammy at all, where we're going to have to get back into doing these multi-phase attacks to take out different chunks of the base. And it's just going to be so much more exciting to watch these attacks at Town Hall 10. All right, guys, let's get to wrap this one up. If you have any more questions for me, be sure to follow me on Twitter. I'm ClashTutor on Twitter, and then use the hashtag AskClashTutor. And I'll be doing more videos like this in the future, and you can continue to ask me questions after we get the update, and I'll be happy to do another video like this and respond to them. So if you like this video, be sure to leave it a like. If you love it, subscribe, and I'll be coming back at you again soon, much more often than I have in the past. You guys have just been super supportive, and other content creators have just been amazing and really pushing me to get more videos out, and I don't want to let you guys down. So I'm going to work hard to make that happen for you guys. All right, guys. Thank you once again, and I'll catch you next time.